making history at CECC. And there it is! Both platforms online, and Dick will take it home.
What a game.
Take a victory lap, take a bow, and take the headsets off and start to yell.
Making sure Dragoon's tech game is on point and didn't even get the chance to in that sequence. Another back air here. Needles, bouncing fish. Is that enough? Yes, it is. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the ECAC SSBU Super Elite Series. My name is Soy. Alongside me is Keela Miles, and we're getting ready for Week 4 of SSBU action. Miles, we've got a fun matchup on our hands.
Yeah, it's two heavy hitters. First of all, stepping up to the plate, it's Fisher Northeast, who would be Fisher's B team if Fisher had a B team, because all of these players are A team material. And they are taking on Wichita State, who were the 4th place finishers during our playoffs last year in the ECAC, and they've been training. They've been improving, and they're looking to show all of that hard work here in this rematch, I believe, against Fisher Northeast.
This will be a fun one for sure. A rematch of the semifinals, like you mentioned. In that semifinal series, it was a best of 5 crew battle, and it ended up going 3-1 in favor of Fisher Northeast. But Wichita State, they took 4th place overall, falling to Delaware in that 3rd place matchup. But that one was also nail-bitingly close. Went to crew battle number 5 in that series. I believe it was only a 3-stock game there. So Wichita State, they feel like they can punch with the top, and they're going to be fun to watch in this series. Obviously, Fisher Northeast come in as the favorite, 3-0, and some pretty dominant sets overall. 2-0s over St. Rose, St. Francis, Kane as well, and those were some big wins last week, 8-0 and 7-0. So they are on fire right now. Whereas Wichita State, their one loss came to Fisher East, the other Fisher team in Super Elite, but maybe they get their chance at a run back against Fisher this week.
Yeah, it's going to be like you said, an uphill battle, especially when you look at who Fisher is bringing to the table. But for their opener, we have a Mega Man Ditto coming. Taking on Lenny perfectly spaced for these.
It's interesting to see a Mega Man Ditto right off the start here. A lot of focus, I think, for Wichita State falls on Lenny. He's one of the most experienced players on this Shockers roster, played in numerous games, and when Wichita State wins, often it's off the back of him closing out a series or having these big swinging performances, taking, roughly 5 stocks off of these, 9-stock crew battles. So to lead with a big hitter like him is interesting to watch, and especially for a Ditto match, Blitz Luigi, we don't see them too frequently, but it shows that there is going to be some experience for Fisher Northeast with this Mega Man.
Yeah, Blitz Luigi has a great early edge guard, but gets stuck with the sticky bomb. Keeps putting on pressure at the ledge, but Lenny fights their way back to center stage. Now, what I've been seeing a lot from Blitz Luigi is a lot of these cross-ups, a lot of these little ways to mix up where Lenny is looking to fight them. But at the end of the day, Lenny needs to be able to close out these edge guards, these edge traps, which Luigi is trying to do right there. Gets the forward smash, covers the get up, and now it's Blitz Luigi up a stock.
Generally a good idea there to go for that move around the ledge. Instead of just snapping to ledge, go for that back air, but the dash back, I believe, by Blitz Luigi got them out of that situation, allowed them to punish with the forward smash. So down goes stock number 1. It's Fisher Northeast to strike first here. Blitz Luigi will try and continue to chip away at this stock, gain as much extra credit as they can. Leaf Shield doing so much work as well. They'll look to try and trap them on the platform here. Not getting too much for it, but Lenny just cannot find a way to really find an opening here, eating so much percent, already up to 80.
And Lenny gets thrown off stage again. It feels like Lenny is spending the majority of their time off stage. Finally gets a strong hit right here. An edge guard situation of their own, but they don't have time to charge that forward smash when they get caught by the sticky bomb. They know all the tricks, but tries to jump above the sticky bomb, gets caught by that smash, and now we're seeing a runaway game by Blitz Luigi, and we were just talking about how Lenny is the one who often is leading the charge for Wichita. Finally gets a stock.
That's a big up smash to get one off the board. Can they find more here? Leaf Shield up, Saw Blade in hand. Walk him across the stage for more damage here, but Blitz Luigi, again, just can afford to take all these little chip damage hits that Linear is really throwing out, but he won't be able to get back to the ledge. The down air was too threatening, and he will SD off the bottom, and Blitz Luigi will hold the lead for Fisher Northeast.
Yeah, bouncing up and down there for just a bit, but eventually, like you said, will fall down, and this is worrying, because Blitz Luigi is a very good player, and I mean no disrespect, is definitely not one of the heaviest hitters stepping up to the plate tonight. Blitz Luigi is a player who, on any other team, would be sweeping through, but Tony Pajamas is in the back of that ring, and Tony Pajamas doesn't mess around. So Wichita State, they've just seen their Lenny go down in a Mega Man Ditto, and now they have to try to figure out what the counter pick is, what the counter play is. That's going to be very difficult right here, because even though the Ditto doesn't say anything about your actual ability as the character, it does hurt to see one of your star players go down in that one-on-one head-to-head matchup.
Especially since Linny is usually worth 3 stocks ish per crew battle in these kind of upper in these elite series matchups. But Wichita State, they've still got some depth in their lineup. Gamerdog, I think, is another player to focus on the Rob and Mario is what we've seen them on in the past. Mostly the Rob, just a bit more of a Swiss Army knife type of character, but when they get the ball rolling, it is just avalanche style. They can run away with matchups. We've seen it from them in the past. So curious to see where the Shockers put them into the lineup. Linny and Blitz Luigi here to open things up was an interesting deal. And like you said, Blitz Luigi isn't I think the spotlight character that comes to mind when you look at the Fisher roster, but that's because Fisher just has so much depth. We talk about it between the two teams here. It just feels like every single player is a powerhouse in their own right. And when you power rank these players, Blitz Luigi starts to fall towards the bottom because of the performances we've seen from other players on Fisher. But still, you have to find ways to work around it. And I think, one of the things that stuck out to me, oddly enough, in that matchup, it felt like Linny was trying to use tricky movement to try and take stocks, whereas Blitz Luigi's movement just felt a lot cleaner in terms of the neutral game and using tricky movement to get in and get damage onto Linny. It felt like a contrast of when to change momentum in that series.
Mm-hmm. And it was very intentioned on the side of Blitz Luigi in that first stock to get that initial advantage that snowballed throughout the rest of the match. We saw Blitz Luigi going for a lot of cross-ups, going for a lot of cross-up B-reverses, so they're shooting the projectile back as they're fading away. It's making it very hard. It was making it very hard for Linny to find an opening, so instead it's going to be Trajan stepping up, seeing if they can take down Blitz Luigi after Linny was able to take a stock, and this is going to be very difficult. Toon Link is historically very hard to track down, light, floaty with a lot of projectiles, but the problem is Blitz Luigi doesn't really need to track down Trajan in order to make the stage impassable for them.
Trajan, one of the newer players, I believe, to Wichita State, but certainly an impact player. They've had Toon Links in the past, had some good performances, but Trajan, what can they do here against Blitz Luigi? So far, through the first 40 seconds or so, very even, slight edge in percent to Trajan, 51-45. They get grabbed and back thrown here, able to hold shield on that forward smash, but now the pressure's on. They're off stage once more. They've done a lot of Zair, and they threatened it again, and that time, Blitz Luigi was ready for it. Great job covering that fade.
You're talking about that tricky movement. Blitz Luigi double jump to force a fastfall from Trajan, and then immediately fast fell down with them because Mega Man's double jump isn't that high. Great tricky movement right there. Great awareness from the character as Trajan, like you said, is down a stock right now.
Blitz Luigi still only at 74, so Trajan is gonna have to really work hard to try and take the stock. They're going to need a few more interactions before they can really land something solid, or at least a few more interactions to go in their favor. And Blitz Luigi's just giving them no time. There's a forward smash. That down air nearly connected on that Zair as well. No ability to follow up on that platform. Neutral air will knock Blitz Luigi away. Air dodge around the back air as well. And Trajan just feels like their offensive options are a little bit scrambled.
Yeah, it's very difficult when it feels like every time you're on the ground for too long, here comes the Leaf Shield, here comes that forward smash. Blitz Luigi is just so good at calling out landings with that forward smash. You can't let your brain turn off as you're going down to the ground. Against most characters it would be safe, but that forward smash is just such a strong option, such a strong coverall. Forces a jump with it this time, and they both stand shielding in the gun smoke, but eventually they both back off again. Pops him up with a bomb and finally gets an up air right there. Trajan up in stocks.
Able to take one, and a big one at that, for the sake of momentum. Getting that stock off the board was just what Wichita State needed. That lingering hitbox of up air doing the trick. Blitz Luigi now down to their last one, but can Trajan find it? They're up to 112 here. They don't want to sacrifice too much, but they've got to get rid of this Fisher player to keep things within striking distance. Dash attack will knock them up towards the platform, but will not use it. Down air and Saw Blade will not connect. Trajan will be back aired away once more. Blitz Luigi keeping them to the corner. How does Trajan get out? Rolls in. The battle for center stage is on, but it's going in Blitz Luigi's favor, but that roll was everything to avoid that forward smash.
Yeah, for once, I love that roll in right there. That was a very scary situation for Trajan, but they're holding on. You called out the scramble earlier in the match, but this is such a well-intentioned neutral. Jab lock into the pop, up with the up air, continuing to keep juggle Luigi in the air. Blitz Luigi hasn't thrown out a single projectile in a while. They're just trying to get in there and scrap, knowing that projectiles won't kill, and that tech roll away is going to get called out. Trajan able to clean up, salvage that initial lead that Fisher Northeast got, and now Wichita is very much in this going into the second half of this crew battle.
What seemed a little shaky off the start from Trajan was instantly turned around as that series went on. The play around high percents, being able to evade those really damaging blows at the red was really, I think, a key in that factor. And Blitz Luigi, throughout that game, you called it out, wanted to try and take that stock, but in order to do so, they really had to go in. They were able to evade that forward smash so many times that they had to look for something different, and they hadn't really played that boxing style so far today, and when they did, they lost to the sword.
And like you said, that boxing style, towards the end of that, it wasn't Blitz Luigi just cracking out of nowhere. Trajan was just being so oppressive, it felt impossible to get a projectile out. Bomb into bomb. Toon Link can have 2 bombs out at one time, so you're just struggling to deal with the fact that you're being pelted non-stop, and then you try to land, you get caught by the boomerang. You fast fall down, you're immediately caught by the jab. It felt like Blitz Luigi had basically no safe areas on that stage, and so they weren't throwing out the jabs. They weren't throwing out the saw blades or the leaf shields or the forward smashes or anything. And as soon as Trajan smelled that blood in the water, they were on top of them. I said Toon Link is hard to track down, but they're also hard to keep out, apparently.
And also there's that issue of timing, right? When you have a player like Toon Link, or a character like Toon Link, right? Those bombs and arrows and boomerang come out relatively quickly, whereas Mega Man, a lot of those projectiles, especially things like the forward smash, take a little bit of time to charge up. The leaf shield, right? They've got to pull it out first, and then it's got to sit there for a moment. Then they can opt to walk around with it or not. So a little bit faster pace of play from that projectile game also helped out Trajan. We're seeing locked in for the second member of Fisher Northeast. It's going to be Kiwi on the Pac-Man, and Pac-Man versus Toon Link. This feels, again, like a very kind of distance-based game, but we've also seen Pac-Man, they can scrap and they can put up a lot of damage very quickly.
Yeah, it's been a joke since day one, but Pac-Man is an S-tier zoner and an A-tier boxer, because I don't think Trajan's going to be able to get away with a lot of those cheeky aerials right on top of shield, because Pac-Man will just, frame 5 out of shield you into a combo. Like, even just Pac-Man with forward air can deal out 40%. No projectiles, no fancy Z-drop mechanics, gimmicks, no, just forward airs, nairs, forwarders, maybe a down air thrown in at the end. Pac-Man can deal out some serious damage, so you got to be careful, because even when you get in on Pac-Man, it's not enough. I'm curious how the Hydrant is going to play into this too. The fact that I feel like it's going to force Trajan to be very creative with how they're lobbing their projectiles overhead. Maybe they're going to play a lot more around these platforms. It remains to be seen, but right now, the ball is in Kiwi's court.
And I think when it comes to the Hydrant too, from the few times I've seen Kiwi play, it feels like the Hydrant is just kind of it's variable throughout the series. It feels like there are some times where, it feels pretty obvious to just set this up by time, set up those projectiles, get whatever projectile you want online first. And then other times it feels like, all right, all the focus is on the Hydrant now. It is on, where is it going to bounce to? How hard am I going to hit it? How far will it cover? Will it linger on your shield or something along those lines? So it feels like it's a very flexible style that Kiwi can play in this matchup against Trajan.
And I feel like this first bit of the match, like the first stock, is going to set the tone of the entire thing. If Kiwi comes out of the gate swinging, It means they see a flaw in Trey John's defense, and they are going to exploit it. Kiwi's going to run out and just start comboing Trey John to the high hills. But if Kiwi is showing a little more respect, a little more restraint, playing the projectile game, kind of playing a more chip-based game, it's like, okay. I see your defense. I respect it. I'm not going to get bodied by trying to break through it. I'm going to wait for my opportunity. And again, that first stock, that first little moment is going to set the tone for the entire match. And I'm very excited to see how these players clash because Kiwi, I mean, they're one of the best to do it on Pac-Man, period. Especially in the collegiate scene. It's hard to lay a finger on those big red gloves.
Now, on an interesting side note here for the side of Wichita State, I mentioned that their record's 2-1, but all of their matches have really been close. Their largest margin of victory was 4-0 in week 1 over Old Dominion in, I believe, the very first set of their year. Outside of that, their victories, it's been 3-0, 1-0, 1-0. So it's been very, very close for a lot of these games. And even against Fisher, they pulled it relatively close, 4-0. So one stock on the second player. And Fisher is a team known for, in previous iterations, 9 stocking teams. So it is a full, to bring it to nearly the last member of the other Fisher squad is notable. We'll get to see how far they get along in this series. But these close matchups, I guess my point is, have tended to lean towards Wichita's favor. And the fact that it's now only a 1 stock game, starting to trend towards the Shockers' favor.
Yeah, 100%. I worry, though. I worry because how many times have we seen Fisher go down to the wire and we're like, is this the time where Fisher's going to finally fall? Is this the moment? And then the second game, they 9-stock him. Like, it feels like Fisher is going to be adapting so hard. So, whether Wichita wins close or loses close, I am looking to see how that second game starts. Because Fisher, they sit there, they analyze, they talk it out, and then they get right into the action. And you got to be ready. You have to keep it in the back of your head that Fisher is going to read your style like a book. You've got to bring new things to the table. You've got to be ready to push back against them. Otherwise, they are going to be brutal. Tony especially is the one I think of for that. The fact that Tony will just body people who had maybe even taken down Tony in the previous game. Tony will be like, okay, I know how it's going to be. So we're going to see how Kiwi does that in just a bit. We're getting everyone in the lobby. It's taken a bit, but thank you all for your patience as we're getting through this. But yeah, this is already a little bit of a heated match. Like you said, the fact that it went down initially, like, when Trajan lost that first stock, I was like, okay, it's going to be a quick game. And then Trajan brought it back.
Yeah, and it was one of those things where, again, it felt like Trajan entering that series, it just felt very, I guess, for lack of a better way of putting it, panicky, because they were just, you think of Link and you think of the classics, right? Bomb into forward air or something along those lines. But it felt like they just could not string anything together. But then, like you saw, their defense started to adapt. They'll roll in against the forward smash, which is very scary to do. They were able to get away with. And all of a sudden, like you said, in the red, they could not find ways to take down that stock. Trajan's defense was just too good. Their evasiveness just stepped up another level, and they were able to then start to get those conversions, start to get the damage online. The projectiles started to land, and Trajan was able to bring things back and shut down the opening member despite a sluggish start. That sluggish start is something they cannot afford here getting ready for game number 2.
Not at all. It's very difficult to come back once you're... It's very difficult to come back once you're down a stock. It's very, very difficult to come back when you are on 1 stock. And all those little mistakes you made in the beginning, they hurt so bad. They sting. And that's kind of where we rest. Because if Trajan is able to even make a dent in Kiwi, maybe, just maybe, this last player can clutch it out, because who knows? Who knows? But we're finally into the game. We're finally going to get to see how this plays out. We've speculated so much. It's time. Are you ready, Soy? I'm ready.
I'm ready too, and we are on to PS2 for this one. Trajan, 2 stocks, Kiwi at 3. See how this one paces out. You talked about how important the early game was, and so far, Trajan taking a couple of hits there thanks to the apple. Playing a more patient game now as Kiwi backing away, getting the projectile they want. But now, projectiles are starting to come down from Trajan to not buy them as much time as they thought. And they go in for more damage here. Projectiles everywhere, littering this field, but nothing really landing too heavily thus far, although Trajan now sitting at 92, make that 103 off the Nair.
Yeah, every which way they fly, and Trajan is given a lot of respect to the fact that Pac-Man has these downward diagonals, and I love the way Kiwi is utilizing the smoke to both pull and throw these fruits. It's making it very tricky for Trajan to be ready for anything that Kiwi's throwing at them, and Kiwi's just running at them now. There's those boxing tools I was talking about.
Got to be very careful here, though. The bomb will knock them up into a combo. The back air into a forward tilt. Trajan now off stage. Will be able to get up. I like the idea there, the mix-up to throw the hydrant high off of that hitbox, but it does not catch Trajan this time around. Up tilt doing so much work, though, for Trajan. How many combos have started off of that move alone, and it will lead to stock number 1 of Kiwi being taken away. Hydrant will catch them on the platform, and it's a stock apiece between these two.
Yeah, and I gotta imagine Kiwi's not enjoying this super well, because look at that, the forward air went right over Trajan. A back air to shield went over Trajan before. Toon Link is so tiny! Everything, even for a short character like Pac-Man, is flying right over Toon Link's head. I think it's one of the biggest advantages Trajan has right now in their defense, just their size alone.
Caught the projectile but could not get much off the back of it. Shield will make the bomb land on the platform, but look at the chase down by Kiwi. Side B to get back to the ledge as well. Trajan once again eating a lot of damage in the early portions of this game, but we talked about how they were able to survive in that previous game. Can they hold on here at 84? They're looking for more here off of that boomerang, but they get belled instead into the back air. Kiwi now charging a projectile. Apple will land as well. Up high goes Trajan. He'll air dodge around the aerial. He'll make it back to the stage, gets underneath for an up smash, and that will do a bit more damage to Kiwi. Parry onto that hydrant as well. How does Kiwi take this stock here? They're looking for the forward smash landing, but they don't find it. They find a grab instead at center stage, and Trajan will mash out.
Yeah, knowing that center stage back there won't kill, and you don't want to stale that move. Not when it's one of your best kill options right now. Unless you catch that straight projectile edgeguard situation right here. Rolls right up to Kiwi, but Kiwi, she's caught in the fruit pulling animation. Now, back to center stage. Kiwi not overcommitting, knowing one trap could be their doom. And 148, almost 150, a fruit will kill, and Key certainly will.
Ooh, if that bomb connected, that could have been everything for Trajan, but instead it's knocked away. Hydrant lingering. Oh, good coverage there, but they just barely missed the timing of it. That key was so dangerous, and if it connected, it was likely to stock. So many things can kill Trajan now at 167. They cannot afford another strong hit here. Staying up high, and they go for the downer on the platform, and Kiwi is there to punish. Down goes member number 2. Fisher Northeast hold the lead.
A lot of forcing moves throughout that set right there. That interaction at the end, Trajan throws a bomb, lobs it directly at Kiwi's shield, and then throws a forward air right above it, knowing that if Kiwi panic jumps out of that bomb's range, they're dead. So, they kept putting on that pressure, and I love the way Kiwi was playing around her shield that entire game too. Not only shielding that bomb at the end there, but there would be times where Kiwi would run up shield the boomerang, drop shield for a moment, and then put it back up, catch both hits of the forward air, and then out of shield option. And it's such a small detail, but it shows discipline in the way Kiwi is approaching each and every interaction she takes, and I'm really glad to see it as Kiwi takes back this solid lead for Fisher.
Discipline is the perfect word for it, right? Not only just getting the perfect timing of recognizing, hey, the boomerang's going to come in now, getting the shield up, and then the patience waiting for that forward air, knowing that, hey, the boomerang is a trap for something, be it a grab, be it an aerial, or up B, something along those lines is coming my direction. Let me just hold shield and wait to see, and then it's my turn to punish. And that's where Kiwi got a lot of mileage. And you talked about it too, forcing moves. That down air from Trajan just seemed a little bit panicky and a little bit like, hey, I need damage here. This is a decent enough option because I know they're covering this platform some way somehow, but too quick to the punch and they get punished for it, and that's where they drop their final stock. So now a 2-stock lead here for Kiwi. They hold on to 2 headed into this last match or last member for Wichita State, and it's GamerDog on the Rob stepping into the ring.
Yes, they are, and it's going to be a very interesting matchup right here. I feel like Rob and Pac-Man are the closest thing to filling the same archetype that characters as diverse as Pac-Man and Rob can be. Immediate boxing right here with this Nair, trying to force Kiwi out, but Kiwi's already ushered GamerDog to the side of the stage. Does not matter though, double up tilt into the up air. Oh, tries to catch them, but catches the hydrant instead, but doesn't even get caught by it because that's just how Rob's up air works. Great spacing, and right here Kiwi is not able to get more than a single stray hit every now and then.
Ooh, and that's going to be the up air stock as well. The up tilt's doing so much damage, and it's an easy follow-up into the up air. Kiwi unable to air dodge around it. So down goes stock number 2 of Kiwi. First one that GamerDog will have taken. Up to 70% here. And GamerDog, the big key for this one, again, we talked about keeping it close for Wichita State. Got to find a way to take this stock really without dropping one to give themselves a really good shot at that third and final member of Fisher Northeast. Kiwi's not going to make it easy, though. GamerDog's already up to 99%, up being around the ledge. They get around the bell, but they get jabbed upon landing. Forward tilt and knock them off stage again. And it's just rinse, repeat, it feels like, with those catches for Kiwi. Knock them off stage with the forward tilt, set up the hydro, get the projectile online, just go back to work. But look at this chase down. Oh, they got the drag down, but somehow they get knocked away instead. They will be able to ride that platform all the way up to the stage, and now you're dealing with both characters with rage.
Oh, and I love this. Kiwi has not fallen down without dropping that hydrant once. Respecting GamerDog so much. Avoids that down air forward tilt. Resets the situation. Opportunity right here. And Kiwi's able to get the Nair out of shield, but it's just so scrappy. There's no combos right now. No setups. It's just who can get that first strong hit right there. Throws the hydrant to the ledge. Pulling out the fruit. What will she choose? Bell in hand. What can she do with it? Jumps up into it, but misses the conversion.
That one was so dangerous. Another lingering projectile, but it will not land. 176. They go for the side B, and that's an easy forward tilt punish from Kiwi. They risked it all, and they did not come up on the correct option. Now the combos are online. They go for a grab instead to get more damage, but they will die to this back air from center stage. GamerDog takes down Kiwi, but at the cost of a stock.
That was the most scramble last stock I think we've seen for the entirety of this game. Just every single moment. The way the bell gets thrown out, perfect setup, catches the jump, but it almost looked like GamerDog was trying to jump up and catch it or jump into it. Regardless, GamerJump goes into the bell, throws out the dash attack instead of the up there. But then GamerDog rolls up right next to Kiwi, who is charging for every opportunity to punish them right there, and GamerDog just rolls away, just thinking of their own safety. Just every button on the controller was an option right there. Every single one was like, press me, press me, press me. And eventually GamerDog was able to just put their foot down, or their big treads, I don't know how Rob moves, and get that back air at the end to finish off the stock. But, oh man, leading up to that back air, it was messy.
It was, and Kiwi did not make it any easier, right? The hydrant constantly being placed, the bell and Key covering a lot of space as well. Just every projectile Kiwi threw out felt like GamerDog was forced then to a different area that they did not want to be in. And it was a very chippy game, back and forth, but GamerDog eventually able to take that stock. So we get to see the third and final member of this crew battle for Fisher. We'll see who they decide to lock in. Very likely Tony Pajamas, but they've got some other players in their roster. We talked about it many a time. Fisher, just a lot of depth between their two teams. So we'll see if they opt to send one of their players who hasn't seen the spotlight as much in here. But GamerDog on the Rob, 2 stocks to Fisher's 3. Obviously starting off on the back foot, down a stock, but I talked about it sort of in the early parts of this crew battle. If there's a player who is very Avalanche style, it's GamerDog. He can run away with series. We saw it last semester in the fall. There were many a game that GamerDog was able to just take over, but doing it against Fisher is a whole nother level.
And specifically doing it against Tony Pajamas is another level. You need an elevator to get up there. Tony, here's the thing. If you look up Fisher, like if you haven't played Fisher and you look up Fisher, you look at the roster, you're like, oh, that's the Sonics team. But if you're someone who's played against Fisher, you're in your head, you're like, oh, that's the Tony Pajamas team. Because while Sonics is like the muscle that like everyone loves to talk about, Tony Pajama is the enforcer who will come out, will break your kneecaps, and will repeatedly come back in the second game and demolish you. So I agree. GamerDog is playing hot. There's a chance that GamerDog runs away with this. Just know you are, like, unlocking Tony. And that is what I fear the most right here, is Tony is stepping up to the plate, playing whatever he would like to play. Probably Ness. GamerDog is someone you very much want to take seriously, but time will tell. GamerDog needs to preserve that momentum, needs to come in prepared, ready to get those clean conversions that we saw. I mean, we barely ever saw an up tilt that didn't lead into another up tilt, into an up air, into oftentimes a second up air. GamerDog was always prepared, always ready to catch those conversions, and you can't be dropping any of them. You need to take every opportunity to take a stock here, because there are not going to be many of them.
There are not. We'll see how this pans out. Interesting note here, if GamerDog is able to even take 1 stock off of this final member, Tony Pajamas, then it is going to be Tony Pajamas locked in on the Ness for this battle. It will be the closest game that Fisher Northeast have had all season long, for at least this split, I should say. The closest match they had was a 3-0 victory in set number 2 against St. Rose Golden Knights back in week 1. It was a 3-0 victory. So we'll see if they can hold that standard of the 3-0s, or if GamerDog can bring things back here for Wichita State. On PS2, Tony Pajamas eating some early percent here. Rob can certainly dish out the punches and dish out the damage. Not making these combos very easy for Tony Pajamas to get to, but there is a side B, drag down into down tilt, and all of a sudden, lapped in percent.
Oh, chasing all the way, but GamerDog is one of the first people I've seen to actually punish Tony for that. But a back air out of the up tilt, but not like that. As Tony gets that PK fire into the grab, a little bit of a scramble situation, knowing that the laser is going to come out. Great awareness by Tony to set up the second stock for success. 3 stocks to 1 right here. Tony Pajamas poised to take down Wichita.
I mean, it almost seems like an autopilot to throw out those projectiles, be it laser or gyro, and he gets it right either way with the down B, sealing that one away thanks to the aerial afterward. And all of a sudden, Tony Pajamas has 1 more stock to take to secure this opening crew battle. He's up to 90% though. Can GamerDog find one? Wanted the up smash, but the Nair beats it out. And again, these side Bs, or sorry, down Bs, stalling out, mixing up the landings. GamerDog cannot find a way to track down this Ness. Tony's back on the ledge though, and he gets back aired instead. Forwarder will knock him away. Should still be able to make it, but can GamerDog get the edge guard? No, doesn't get the 2 frame, but the side B, the lingering hitbox, will do the trick, and down goes stock number 1.
Ooh, Tony put on some pressure, real pressure at the ledge, but Rob is a touch of death character, not out of this yet, and not gonna play baseball at all with Tony. I'm not letting you do that at all, and there's the gyro combo, by the way. As I said, Rob is a touch of death character, and you can just get touch of death. Rob holds on right here. GamerDog, 1 more chance in this. 1 more strong hit from Tony will do it. GamerDog knows it. Tries to get the gyro online, but Tony knocks it away. Picks up the gyro for their own. GamerDog just wants 1 hit. 1-0 to death is all they need, avoiding all of these PK aerials.
Gotta be so careful. How do they land? Quickly fast falling through. They get the gyro out. Gets absorbed once more, back to 0 at 164. Can they find a way back on stage? Oh, the gyro hit the stage instead, which means Tony Pajama gets a punish, and that is how crew battle number 1 goes in the books.
So, Tony earned that win. Tony held that lead, fought for that lead, but that's such a heartbreaking way to end it. We all saw that gyro bounce right off the lip of the stage. Didn't hit Tony. Tony did not have his shield up, so it would have been a prime opportunity to maybe carry Tony across the stage with a combo. But the fact of the matter is, it would have been one chance at a 0 to death. As I said, you need to take every single opportunity to take down Tony because he will not give you many. And the fact that we were so hopeful for that one chance that Tony barely let slip through and GamerDog didn't take it shows just how oppressive Tony was that entire game. GamerDog put up a spectacular fight, beautiful 0 to death. But at the end of the day, you were down a stock, and Fisher will take it. But only one stock left on Fisher. That looks very doable up until you get to that second crew battle, which is going to make it very difficult. So we'll see where they end up going for that.
Still seems very doable indeed. Closest loss for Wichita State, closest victory for Fisher Northeast. And again, yeah, it felt like, I feel like the best example of it was at the very beginning where GamerDog had the percent lead. It was like 60 to 24-ish, something along those lines. And all of a sudden, one minute opening. It really didn't seem like it was going to be all that much from Tony Pajamas. And then he linked it into all those down tilts, and you look at the scoreboard again, and all of a sudden, oh, you went from 24 to 87 in that sequence. All of a sudden, it's Tony Pajamas in the lead. GamerDog's off stage. How does he get back? And it's not that easy the way that Tony Pajamas plays. So things can just turn on a dime seemingly for really either of these teams when you see that touch of death come out from GamerDog. But either way, what a series it was. What a close one. And it makes me interested to see what the lineups will look like for set number 2.
Yeah, I am curious. I mean, the first player will tell it all. If it is going to be Tony opening it up, the Executioner's blade is coming down. They're looking to just end it outright. Tony feels like he has a read, and he's going with it. Meanwhile, if it is going to be Luigi coming out again, or Blitz Luigi, rather, I don't think it's going to be immediate. It looks like both teams are starting to ready up, as it's going to be Tony Pajamas coming out right out the gate. So that's going to be Ness versus Mega Man. Like I said, if Tony comes out first, it means he feels like he can just run through the enemy team. But this is Wichita. This is our 4th place finisher. Doing this to Wichita would be a massive tone setter for the rest of the game. So we'll see if Tony manages to do that here and now up against Trajan.
He's pulled off the 9 stock before. In playoffs, he did it over, I believe now, almost exactly a year ago. But it's not going to be easy against our number 4 team from the fall. Trajan on this Toon Link, mixing up the lineups for both sides, really. Trajan was the second member last time, and obviously Tony Pajama was the anchor. See how they fare so far. Trajan not allowing him to get any combo started, just backing up, buying himself space, and continuing to rely on those projectiles. Boomerang constantly being thrown out, the bombs lingering, but now maybe an opening. Tony Pajamas wanted the grab, but he just barely could not get there, and that grab for Toon Link will allow him to be able to punish. Tony Pajamas sitting at 69% right now to Trajan's 19, so still things trending in Wichita State's favor. It's going to come down to these combos and these later percents.
Yes, it is. Tony gets a drag down. That's all Tony usually needs, but misses that conversion off the platform. Uncharacteristic, but again, with how elusive Trajan is, using Toon Link's incredible aerial momentum to stay out of harm's way. It's very difficult. Tony catches the roll, though. Even percents now, as Tony is able to absorb just a little bit, and now Trajan looking to finish this stock any way they can.
Love the movement there from Trajan to evade one of those options, or one of those coverages from Tony Pajamas by sliding off the platform with the air dodge, but instead It is a dead even game here, and this is the red, where Trajan has thrived in the past. 89 to 99. Gets nared away instead. Arrow doesn't land. Neither of them get to the stage. They get back aired instead. All the way across they go. Bomb in hand. They get side beat as well. And the falling hitbox will lead to the up smash. The bomb won't save them. And Trajan will drop the first stop.
That was such an elegant edge guard. The way it felt like it was just the right amount of knockback for each one of those interactions take place. Beautiful stuff right there to clean up the stock as Trajan is now looking to continue harassing, continue using these physical projectiles that Tony can't reflect in the air, converts off of that Zaire, I believe, to finish off that stock. Great stuff from Trajan to shut down who we consider to be one of the best players on Fisher overall.
One of the best considering their past performances, and just parry after parry saying, all right, you want to throw projectiles? Fine. Let me show you what I've got. I've got the timing down. You're going to have to scrap with me eventually. Things still very even, though, between these two. 28 to 29, just back and forth they go. I still fear for Trajan. These combos for Tony Pajamas, he's getting them pretty consistently now at low percents, but it's taking a lot of time to get there. Neutral air will knock them up. Side B will land as well. Up B does clip once, not a second time though, and he's able to get back and get up attack. Beats out that forward or down smash.
Tony putting on a lot of pressure, but Trajan never taking the bait, trying to get stay grounded against Ness when Tony is dancing all up above, knowing that a reversal from Tony would mean death. So stay on the ground where you have access to these fast tilts. I'm liking what I'm seeing right here from Trajan, who's trying to hold on to the stock.
And these mix-ups too from Tony Pajamas. Every time Trajan thinks he has a punish on a landing on Tony Pajamas, that down B comes out, or another way for him to stall, and it just mixes up that timing. So difficult to catch, and that's instantly a grab back throw, and that will do the trick. Thought Trajan might have had a chance to survive that one, but instead, the stock is forfeit. So just like that, Trajan down to their last stock in the opening bout of round number 2 between these two schools. 87% on Tony Pajamas, so it's going to take some effort still for Trajan to find this stock. They need an opening. They went for the boomerang, and they get punished heavily for it. They're already up to 93. Down smash will land as well. Across the stage they go, and the absorb will heal them up a little bit more, so the challenge becomes even more difficult for Trajan.
Yeah, Tony's feeling himself right here. Not able to get that up tilt finisher. Opportunity right here off of the Zaire, but Trajan is not getting more than these straight hits. We saw before the Zaire into the up air, tried to go for the boomerang into the up air that time, but Trajan is not finding it, and they fall way too low. No time to pull out a bomb. Toon Link can't do that bomb recovery that you know Link so well for, and that will be Tony with 2 stocks, taking down Trajan after such an even opening. Tony eventually ran away with that.
And it's a wild finish to me because you saw that Trajan had the opening, right? They got the boomerang. They got the knockup. They looked for that up air. And Tony Pajamas was barely able to air dodge around it. But what ends up really killing Trajan there was that they've had to use their double jump to go for that up air. So when he gets hit back away by Tony Pajamas all the way across the stage, he doesn't have his double jump like he thinks he does. That's why he ends up falling so low there. And Trajan unable to recover because of the overcommitment to that play. If he got the up air, it was likely the stock, or at least close. It was his one shining moment, but instead ripped away by Tony Pajamas.
Yeah, none of that for you. Yeah, Tony, I talked about the precision of the offstage edge guards as well. One thing I want to call out that I'm going to be looking at a lot is the way Tony has been using the tail of the PK Thunder in these edge guards. That was what was messing up Trajan a lot. Like I said, just the right amount of force to get what you need done. You don't want to overcompensate because then you're knocking them up. They get another chance to recover. It's too messy. It's not clean. And Tony is all about keeping it clean right here, folks. And it's going to be trying to do that right now against the opener from last time. This is a tough matchup, but Tony is coming in hot, coming in with momentum. We'll see what kind of lead Tony can continue to build, or if it will be stopped in its tracks by Lenny.
2 stocks to 3. It's the second member of Wichita State, Lenny, entering the ring. We talked about it before, one of the most experienced players for this Shockers squad. What can he do here? Down tilt will start to get the damage online for Tony Pajamas. It feels like there is that little bit of time typically for the download to take place when it comes to Tony, right? It takes a little bit of an early deficit, but then you get these big swinging combos, and all of a sudden, he's now ahead in percentage, 40 to 58. Clipped by the up B once more. That time he tried to go for the back air, and this will lead to a reversal from Lenny. Can Lenny get this edge guard? He wants the spike, he wants the stock, and Tony Pajamas having absolutely none of it. Get up attack will knock him off the ledge. There's the good reflector off of that forward smash, something you don't see every day, but Lenny's still able to evade.
Yeah, Lenny's so casual in the way that they drop back onto the ledge to avoid that sticky bomb. Very familiar with their own gimmicks being used against them as they call out the jump right there. Does Tony have a jump right now? No, and Lenny knew it too. Went all the way down knowing Tony had no options other than up B, which was not safe at all. Good finish right there by Lenny.
Dogs up to take that stock. He will drop one in the process after shielding that get up attack. Forward tilt will do the trick. So Lenny drops one, but can he take a second? Can he shut down Tony Pajamas' run here in crew battle number 2? That side B does so much. It really helped set up that beautiful second stock and Trey John opener. But now neutral air will knock Lenny off stage. Immediate up B. Now will fall through to the platform. Leaf shield up, but interrupted by the Nair. Tony Pajamas just lingering outside of the shield, knowing Lenny wants something out of it, but cannot really get anything off the back of it. Another neutral air will catch the landing. Has to go for up B, and the snap comes out just in time before the yo-yo.
Yeah, Tony trying to time that a little too hard, and now Lenny is back in the race. Gets off of the ledge, up smash immediately. Tony, after looking like Tony might be taken down 3 stocks to nothing, instead it is Lenny who is on the back foot. A lot of pressure right here. Tony gets the drag down right here. This could be big damage right here. Misses the tech on the platform as well. Tony is in an edge guard situation. You never want that.
Dangerous opportunity here. 86% again. Rolls in. This time he gets caught. Sweet spot back air, and that will do it outright. Lenny shut down in the second match. Tony Pajamas holds on.
I don't know if that back air is just comically strong, and I think it is, but I also think Lenny might have been caught trying to just reflexively SDI away from that PK fire because you were dead if you didn't get out of it. Tony had you in the trap. You needed to get out, but not quite fast enough to get out of the PK fire. Back air will come out. Very fast option. I appreciate Tony not going for like a forward smash like lesser Nesses would do. And we end up getting to see Tony on the precipice of taking down all 3 members of Wichita. I hyped it up. I said, okay, first game, it's going to get really close. It's going to get really, really close. You feel like, oh, I could have won that if I just did this one interaction differently. Then Tony comes out and just washes them. So we'll see if GamerDog can stop this momentum. GamerDog gave Tony a run for his money in the previous game, but now it's time to see if Tony with momentum is a different story.
1 stock left for Tony Pajamas. GamerDog was able to take 2 last time off of him. 1 thanks to a 0 to death, the other just off of raw percentage. So we'll have to see how this one pans out. Back to PS2 we go. GamerDog, last hope for Wichita this week, trying to avoid going 2-2 through the first half of this split. But it's not going to be easy. Tony Pajamas on a tear right now, shutting down the first 2 members. What can he do here? Again, the openings have been a little bit slow for Tony, but then they have quickly turned on their head once he gets 1 opening. Now, he's the one who strikes first, getting that initial combo, 34%. GamerDog wanting none of it, but now tries to go back in. He'll get some jabs off instead. A trade will knock him to the side. A laser will not connect. And all of a sudden, it's 74 to 18. Tony Pajamas quickly dialing up the damage.
Yeah, and denying GamerDog that combo as well, staying well above when they can, respecting that, but doesn't grab the gyro. Is that one mistake going to be the end of Tony? Misses that air dodge 50-50. GamerDog waited, watched, and there goes Tony down, and it's 3 stocks on the side of GamerDog, who has to do to the Fisher roster exactly what Tony just did to the rest of his team. Amazing discipline by GamerDog.
GamerDog, they're able to get that last stock thanks to the, like you said, the air dodge 50-50 did not go in Tony Pajama's way. So it's just a tough situation to be in when you get to that point. It's GamerDog is able to capitalize off the back of it. So shutting down the opening member of Fisher Northeast. They got 2 more players locked up here. We'll see who they opt to send in next. And they know that GamerDog is locked in on the Rob for the remainder of this series. And I have said it in the past, when Wichita State has won, GamerDog has been one of these explosive players who has been the type of player to do this in the past. So this is not going to be easy. The problem is, we've seen from Fisher in these exact situations, even if the player who gets off to a hot start is shut down, they have so much depth, they have so much talent and experience that it's often very close through the next 2. Even if GamerDog is able to get to that third and final member, typically if it's against a program like Fisher, they're often on 1 stock by the time they get there, and it feels like it's just climbing Everest.
Yeah, this is a rare opportunity. You don't see it often. GamerDog with 3 stocks right here, going up probably. It's Blitz Luigi coming out. Okay. So Blitz Luigi came out against Linny initially. Linny, who gave Tony a run for his money initially, but ended up falling in the end. It's such a generic thing to call out, but I gotta be worried about the fact that a Mega Man as good as Linny is right there next to GamerDog. Hi, Lenny. You can see the player portrait. So you got to be prepared for the fact that GamerDog is aware of everything. You can't go for knowledge checks. You've got to outplay. You've got to outspace. And Rob is a little bit of an anti-zoner in the way that Rob will throw out a projectile, and then you try to run away from it and catch you with a nair. We saw Blitz Luigi get caught out with not throwing out projectiles in the matchup against Trey John, so we'll see if they can avoid that and start putting in some real work here against GamerDog.
So far, percent trending in GamerDog's favor for the moment. Like you said, those knowledge checks are not going to be probably optimal for Blitz Luigi to go for. Also curious to see how the mixing of styles, we commented in the ditto between Blitz Luigi and Linny how the way they opted to use kind of the shift in momentum in this character's kit was utilized at different points in time. So I'm curious to see how GamerDog adapts to that. Able to shield that forward smash and get stuffed out by the forward air of Blitz Luigi. Eating a little bit of damage from these up airs, but they'll be willing to sacrifice it to gain some positioning on the stage. Unable to get in once again. These forward airs are just stuffing out every opening. Down tilts galore here from GamerDog, but they're unable to get the follow-up off the back of it. There's the jab, and there it is! Eventually gets the knockdown, the jab reset into the up smash, and that will be stock number 1 off of Blitz Luigi's board.
You couldn't see it, but every single time GamerDog was leaning in for that down tilt, they were just saying, tech those, tech those, tech those. And when Blitz Luigi didn't, that's the jab lock. Going again for these horizontal combos, but Blitz Luigi knows that it's better to escape to the sky. Sure, you risk the fact that up air could be coming out, but I think it's worth it. Again, tech those! As Blitz Luigi is taken down, air dodges through, avoids the same trap that befell Tony, but still Blitz Luigi gets caught out by these stray hit aerials. GamerDog still on 3 stocks.
This is big here for GamerDog if they're able to continue this momentum, but they've got to find a way back to stage. Oh, this is careful timing. He will be able to air dodge back up to the ledge and avoid all of that danger headed his direction. Side B, or sorry, down. Wow, I can't speak. Back air will not do the trick, and he nearly pays with the price for it with his stock, but he's able to survive here. Hanging on the ledge for a moment. Now neutral air to get back to the stage. Able to shield these up airs, but only for so long. Look at the shield pressure that move does. Down air will knock Blitz Luigi away. Goes for the side B, gets shielded instead, and it will be run up smash to punish GamerDog.
GamerDog eventually called out after surviving so much, but gets caught by their own sticky bomb, and that time they do not get the 50-50. GamerDog will catch him with the up air, and now we do see GamerDog trying to play the center stage, trying to force Blitz Luigi to the corner, where a single gyro would mean the end of their stock.
Good nair here to get some damage online, but they need something more. They need a combo to help rack up that damage. Blitz Luigi knows it. Leaf Shield will chip away at stock number 2 here. This stock really means everything. Giving yourself that extra bit of leeway in the third set for GamerDog. Oh, this could be it. Is that the side B? Is that going to do the trick? Yes, it will. That's going to be Blitz Luigi taken down, and GamerDog holds 2 stocks and gets to see the 3rd member of Fisher Northeast.
You see that? Rob has custom combos. This is no news to anyone. But that's a custom combo in the same way that, like, you know, everyone kind of drew that same S sign. It's like, yeah, I invented that. But also, it's the same steps everyone follows every time. You get the nair, you get the gyro, forward air, gyro, 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 into the side B. The different steps, different components might differ along the way, but at the end of the day, you see that, and it's the same as Luigi getting a grab at 0%. It's heartbreaking. So yeah, GamerDog with 2 stocks right here, Kiwi with 3. This is a run back right here, and Kiwi is no pushover. She is strong, she's tenacious. GamerDog has momentum, a lot of momentum. Swept through, no, I wouldn't say swept, but got through Tony. Fought their way hard through Blitz Luigi, and those 2 members only afforded them a single stock advantage. This is a lot more down to the wire than I ever gave them credit for after how Tony opened up this game. This conclusion is going to send a lot of messages about just the place in the echelon of different teams right here. Pac-Man versus Rob. This is where this matchup started for GamerDog, and it's where it could end as we're on a town and city right here. This is terrible. Hold on. This is Kiwi's counter pick. You took Rob to Town and City? Who carried at 40 here?
A gutsy call. We'll see if it backfires. Kiwi on the Pac-Man. GamerDog with 2 stocks on the Rob. Here we go. The fight on Town and City. 22%, so Kiwi taking a little bit of chip damage initially. When these 2 played in that opening series, GamerDog really only had to take, I believe, 2 stocks off the board and forfeit, I believe it was 1 in the process. So this is doable in terms of the ratio of stocks to take, but it's not going to be easy. Oh, Kiwi dips too low here, and that up B just barely. A lot of verticality to that up B, but not enough to snap to the ledge there. So down goes stock number 1 of Kiwi, and all of a sudden, it's an even game, and GamerDog has taken the lead in percent.
This is looking bad right here. Kiwi has to be kicking herself just a tad, but is still in this fight. Gets that little stray hit right there, keeping GamerDog box into the corner, but a single nair sets up a 50-50. Side B high up in the air, but that hydrant, it gets knocked away by a fully charged laser? I didn't know that. And the side B at ledge will surely finish Kiwi's stock. GamerDog on the verge of doing to Tony's team what Tony tried to do to Wichita.
Very close. 1 stock left for Kiwi. Can they pull this back? Forward air into forward smash, and it will kill from center stage. What a smash attack. And all of a sudden, last stock apiece here. If Fisher win this one, they win the crew battle for the week, and they remain undefeated and unscathed. Can GamerDog rewrite it here? They need a forward air. They won't be able to find it. Neutral air at the ledge. Percent trending in, I guess, really Wichita State's favor, but it is still very close. 10% now separate them. The battle for stage control is on. Both have the projectile they need, but neither one willing to really risk anything here. They know 1 opening is really all they need. And look at this, it's Kiwi to find it. Oh, instead, I thought that we'd see the side B, but instead they go for the projectile play.
Oh, gets caught by the second hit of the hydrant, but that Gallagher does knock them away from ledge. The second backer, though, does connect. Kiwi air dodges in, barely survives, grabs ledge. This is getting close, so... Woo!
holding the shield just barely on that hydrant. 108 to 107, landing there, won't be able to find it. It's Bell, I believe, in the kit, and they won't be able to land it. He grabs the Bell instead. They have each other's projectiles, but they will not be able to land either of them. Gyro on the opposite side of the stage. Dash attack catches the landing, but they will not find the stock quite yet. Forward air will knock Kiwi away once more. They recover high, and they will get caught by the up air, and Gamer Dog will take down Kiwi and earn a win for Wichita State, which means we've got a third crew battle to play.
What a performance right there from Gamer Dog at the end. Just discipline, composure towards the end. Like, I was expecting to see Gamer Dog kill move, kill move, kill move, kill move. I was expecting to see up air, up air, up air, up air, up air. We saw none of that. We saw very composed gameplay towards the end right there. Very nimbly navigating Kiwi's projectiles, at least as nimbly as you could. And Kiwi was on the back foot, trying so hard to convert into another Galaga, convert into that Bell. And in the end, Gamer Dog was able to close it out at the end right there. Kiwi made it very difficult. Let's make that clear. But at the end of the day, that is going to be a 1-1 scoreline. I believe this is mimicking what we saw in the playoffs last year. Wichita did take a game. And this puts a lot into question right here as to what the player order is. Because Tony cannot just sweep through this whole roster.
It was a dangerous game for both sides, and now, we've seen this before in previous matchups, not from these two teams in particular, but the emphasis now becomes who's going to shut down who. Gamer Dog and Tony Pajamas have been the players that have been taking the most stocks off of the board in this series. Who will step up in set number 3 is my big question mark, but what a series it was. That second one, Gamer Dog being able to take 7 stocks in total, 1 off of Tony Pajamas. And Tony is probably thinking in the back of his head, if I win that coin toss, if I win that 50-50 air dodge, if I have one more chance to get back to stage, maybe, just maybe, I take one more off and that's all we need. But instead, Wichita State show that there is a crack in the armor of Fisher Northeast.
The fact that Gamer Dog did that to Fisher is insane. Gamer just beat all 3 of Fisher's players. That doesn't happen. That never happens. I'm still a little bit in shock, Soy. I really am. And we're going to see a different matchup. Once again, constant shuffling between these two teams. Now into the final stage of these mind games to see who is going to come out. Which crew member is out first. Is a very smooth conversion right there from Kiwi to open it up.
Trajan, the opener here for Wichita State. They opened in set number 2, the one that they won as well. Kiwi, this is their first time leading tonight, and they find a way to grab the lead once more. Fisher has held the lead for the vast majority of this series, really until the end. Was Wichita able to steal that set away and force Fisher to their first Game 3 crew battle, really. Now a forward smash nearly knocks Kiwi away from center stage. 95% on this Pac-Man. They don't opt to go for the follow-up off of that boomerang, knowing that something else could have been coming out. The apple does not connect in the back air, will knock Trajan away. Back and forth these two go in terms of projectiles and nearly finding killing blows. Oh, the bomb connected, but somehow, some way, forward air does not, and Kiwi gets to escape for the moment.
Yeah, I've noticed that Kiwi, gets caught by that forward tilt to finish off the stock. And this is where it gets a little tricky. Where do you find this kill? Key is online, doesn't manage to call out the jump right there. Kiwi is always trying to call out the jumps with these keys. Now trying to do this on the recovery right here. I love that! The pop-up with the trampoline. Beautiful stuff right there from Kiwi to trap Trajan in the recovery. As of right now, even though it's Trajan with a lead, Kiwi's still keeping this very even.
Be very careful here if you're Trajan. Every stock matters so much in what came down to the wire last time. You gotta be very careful with these red percents. They get forward thrown instead. And Kiwi, we talked about it early on about how back air for Pac-Man can kill from center stage, but every time Kiwi's getting a grab, it's in a bad place. The hydrant is pushing the momentum away from where the grab could kill from, and so it's just no easy opportunity for Kiwi to get those stray kills off of, seemingly their one opening. And Trajan, because of that, is able to chip away at this second stock. They're at 42% right now, looking for another opening, but they get jabbed off stage once more. Zaren roll in this time, and they will immediately disengage. They don't want none of the bell, but it turns into a key instead, and that will be the end of stock number 1 for Trajan.
And that was a while. Remember when we were talking about how Kiwis were looking for this stock, looking to find the finisher like a full minute ago? That's how long Trajan holds on. Trajan is so elusive, always using 2-link superior aerial momentum, knowing when to stick to the ground, when to go high. So hard to find the kill on Trajan, and while you may stack up some percent, good luck finishing the stock in any reasonable amount of time. If we see a kill before 100, I will applaud.
60 to 54 here. Very even once again. It's one of the first times Kiwi has taken the lead in terms of percent in this game in particular. Bombs galore once again, 3 landing in a row and nearly a 4th, and it nearly led to another forward air, but unable to connect that last one. Up tilt into up air will do the trick though. Surprising amount of knockback on that move will seal away stock number 2 of Kiwi. So now 73%. There's a lot of work to be done here for Kiwi to bring this one back. Falling up air leads to a combo as well. Can't get the forward airs though. Down air will land and down away goes the hydrant. Neutral air will knock Trajan away, but already 53 onto Kiwi's last stock.
Ooh, this is getting tense. You do not want to let Wichita get a lead right here when you saw how they just played from behind. As Trajan weathers the storm, waits out that hydrant, but it's caught by the bell. That little bit of aerial movement gets caught right there, and now we do see Kiwi an opportunity right here. We've seen how they can combo off of this Gallagher right there. Catches the bomb, uses it to extend their own combo. 53%, 63, make it 70. Great stuff by Kiwi right there, 0 to 72.
What a massive turnaround that was. Felt like Trajan had all the momentum, and now all of a sudden it's a dead even game, 73 to 87. Kiwi, that combo, brought everything back and gave them the lead. Now they'll have to find a way to close out this stock. The lead has meant so much for either of these teams. 73% to 87. Boomerang won't be able to land. There's a grab. No follow-up though, just opts to stay under the platform, waiting to see what the defensive option was, but the Boomerang interrupts the follow-through by Kiwi instead. Bomb in hand here for Trajan. They go underneath the platform once more. Hydrant placed just to the right of it. Now holding center stage is Trajan. Bomb will land once more. Another aerial thrown out, unable to find the hit markers. Both looking for that one opening, that one conversion. They both are looking for it. There's the bomb into the forward air, but it does not kill from the right side of center stage. High recovery here from Kiwi. They'll land it onto the hydrant, but they won't be able to connect it. And that's another aerial, and this one will do the trick. It's Trajan to come out on top, and the Shockers have the lead.
All the setups, all the traps, all the zoning, and it's a straight aerial on center stage to finish that off. I feel like that is the epitome of that matchup right there. You're throwing everything in the kitchen sink. Everything and the kitchen sink. Is it in or and? I don't know. A full military arsenal at them. But at the end of the day, it's just two people slugging it out on an empty battlefield. Well, stadium. As this right here is a lead. It is a lead for Wichita that you do not want to give. Wichita as Fisher Northeast, the clear favorite coming into this. We hyped them up, is on the back foot.
And at a massive turning point, too. We talked about how this is an 8-week regular season. It's week 4 right now. And so every match means that little bit more. Fisher, obviously, with their performance thus far, they're undefeated. But if Wichita State were to drop this series and fall in this one, they're at 2-2 through 4 weeks. It's a long way back to the top for the number 4 seed from last split, from the fall, if they fall here. So this is a very big game for them. And obviously they want revenge from that playoff match, that best of 5 crew battle. Blitz Luigi entering the ring, and I think this is more or less kind of what we expected to see, knowing that Tony Pajamas had such an impactful performance in the previous series, and knowing that GamerDog is likely going to be the anchor once again for Wichita State. They're holding those pop-off players for last here is likely what we're going to see. The question is, how much can Trajan get off of Blitz Luigi, or can Blitz Luigi tie the game outright?
If you remember, in the first crew battle, it was Blitz Luigi who took down Lenny, and then it was Trajan who answered, and I believe took down Blitz Luigi. Might need to get fact-checked on that. But regardless, Trajan was the answer. Trajan feels confident in this matchup, confident in their ability to maneuver around this Mega Man. And so we'll see just what Trajan is able to do here in this match on Kalos.
Yeah, we have not seen Kalos today, and I do remember that Wichita State is one of these teams that, Fisher often, it's, bread and butter, PS2, Town and City, very, very frequently. But it's very rare that we get to see them taken to a stage like Kalos. But I remember Wichita is one of these schools that often likes to go to these lesser picked stages. I remember way back when, you go back to the days of Geonosis and End City, the Palutena and Bowser, they would love to go to stages like Lilat as well, and now we get to see a little bit of a shade of that here on Kalos. Can Trajan find a window to extend Fisher's lead, or will Blitz Luigi tie things up? So far through really the first minute, Blitz Luigi is the one at a deficit, and Trajan was the one to eliminate Blitz Luigi from the first crew battle, but I believe they dropped one stock in the process.
Ooh, and here they come, constantly fishing for that up air right there, trying to force a jump and then go into the up air, knowing that on a stage like Kalos, that is such a good win condition, as once again goes for the Zaire, doesn't get caught, continuous pressure right there, as Trajan is not eating any real chip damage. They're just taking a pellet here or there, finally gets a hit.
70% here on Trajan. Love to hold on to this stock if you're Wichita State. Bombs will not land, opting to buy space. Zaire pressuring the shield. Oh, the up smash. I love the mix-up. Really hasn't gone for that all day, and it nearly caused the shield to pop. But Blitz Luigi able to hold on here, and now the pressure really on. Maybe a chance here at center stage. Both holding shield very dangerously, but whoever really pulls the trigger first there is on the back foot. Bomb will only find a shield once more, playing from distance, holding the bomb, able to evade that back air. Blitz Luigi's spacing has been pretty on point throughout today. Maybe a chance here, but once again, the defense just too solid.
And notice how Blitz Luigi is staying clear of Trajan's airspace at all time, knowing one short hop up air is all they need to finish it right there. Tries to catch the landing, forward tilt instead, comes towards the ledge but can't quite find it. Tricks Blitz with their movement. 152% is ridiculous, by the way.
This is a ton of percent here, and this means everything for Trajan, and that's a lot of rage as well. This could be very bad here. Trajan, can he get back? Oh, the up B above the ledge actually clipped Blitz Luigi. Now another chance, and it's going to be a forward tilt, but it does not kill quite yet. 171 on this Mega Man. Forward tilting at the ledge, desperate to take the stock, and he can't find it. Sawblade to back air will do the trick, and Blitz Luigi ties the game.
What a clutch. What a clutch right there. Looking for your kill confirms and finding them so beautifully. Z-drop, connect the saw blade into the back air. That's all you need. Nice and simple, nice and sweet. It's going to work at any percent due to the way that saw blade communicates its knockback. Beautiful stuff right there from Blitz Luigi in the end to make this an even game. You did not want to let Wichita play from a lead for what I think would be the first time throughout this whole set that Wichita would actually be playing from a lead. This is not the time to experiment and play games. This is the time to focus and get this done, as Fisher right here is going to have to figure out, are they going to be facing Lenny or are they going to be facing GamerDog? Now, I think it would be crazy to put in anyone but Lenny right now, because of the fact that, well, you gotta save GamerDog for Tony, but also,
Ooh.
counterpoint, GamerDog coming out now does make sense, because you do not want Linny to be the one to go down 2 stocks to 1 again. It was a very uncomfortable ditto the first time we saw it, so avoiding that altogether, GamerDog is on the scene. We'll see how GamerDog is able to deal with Blitz Luigi as immediate
Well, I guess, GamerDog came out the gate swinging, and Blitz Luigi just not ready for it at all. Did not have their jump there, did not react to it in time, and down goes stock number 1. GamerDog is out for blood, and he wants to see that third and final member of Fisher Northeast. He wants the rematch against Tony Pajamas or Kiwi, but can they get to him? Blitz Luigi right now doing a fantastic job. 76% here on this Mega Man to the 50 of GamerDog. And it is interesting that they obviously, like you said, did not want to opt into the Ditto here. They did not want to force GamerDog to go through the pressure of that again. Why not get the big guns out now? Maybe force Fisher's hand if they can win this series. But the fact that Blitz Luigi was able to survive at 170 on that previous game against Trajan, and oh my goodness, back and forth they go with the smash attacks, but neither one really connecting. For Blitz Luigi, this is a game of just seeing what you can really get. We know what GamerDog has been able to do in the past. If they get anything, it is just gravy on top for them. Maybe a chance here. Saw Blade connects, but no, not quite this time around. 128 onto this Mega Man. The Leaf Shield will continue to chip away at the stock. Neutral Air. Maybe another chance here. Throwing out these aerials, and they're looking to catch jumps out of Shield, but nothing really connecting right now.
Oh, I saw one hit of that tornado, and with how high up GamerDog was, I thought it might have just been over. But instead, playing the center, playing discipline, playing around where you know you can survive the longest. Both of them avoiding every single hit. Tosses Saw Blade up, but does not get caught by it. Uses the throw invincibility to both deal damage and survive that sticky bomb. Great play right now from GamerDog, who is holding on to this stock ironclad.
Force everything, really. Another grab came out, and the up throw will do the trick, but somehow GamerDog falls out, and that is dangerous. Back air will do the trick, so down goes GamerDog's first stock here. 2-1 the stock count, a lead here for Wichita State. Can they do more here? Can they shut down member number 2 of Fisher Northeast? Blitz Luigi's getting up air now. Oh, the leaf shield coming out just in time, and the back air will get them out of dodge as well. Back and forth they go in this affair of stocks. It's going to be GamerDog finding another opening, but only minimal damage dealt.
Falls down with that nair, continues to harass from a distance. I love the way GamerDog is not overcommitting. Does not look hungry for the kill, but you can tell that they want it so badly, but they're not going to force it. Blitz Luigi has to come to them, has to make that first mistake, and jumping in with that aerial might have just been it. GamerDog commits, going all in right here. Can they find the finisher? No! Blitz Luigi is able to fight their way out of that corner back to center stage.
Back-to-back rolls into forward smash seems a little risky from GamerDog, but it was almost what they needed. They're able to roll dodge around that forward smash once more. Again, every stock means so much in this crew battle. Blitz Luigi holding on to their one best they can. They've had to work very hard here, but that's a down throw. They don't get the up tilt. Good DI by Blitz Luigi to evade that combo. 97 on the GamerDog, and certainly Blitz Luigi not shy of kill power if they're able to find it, but it's going to be very difficult. They end up actually being around the laser. Good movement by Blitz Luigi here. Just making sure that nothing comes easy for GamerDog. Really have to use all their resources, and now maybe a chance they find the back air as well. No jump for GamerDog. They have to recover high.
Oh, goes really high, fishing for those tornadoes. GamerDog is up there. They got liftoff as Blitz Luigi finally finds the stock after GamerDog finds the ground, as this is a spectacular performance from Blitz Luigi, who we were thinking was just going to come in here and weaken GamerDog. Now has a chance to finish them outright.
Can they do so? 107. Remember, they SD'd the opening stock. If they were able to hold on, this would be a whole nother tale. 107 now. And the Leaf Shield tacking on damage little by little. Gamerdog knows they need an opening. They're looking for anything right now, and the Saw Blade now in the hands of the Mega Man. Neutral air. They can't find the up air. They can't find it again. These air dodges are no longer going in their favor. Again, Gyro knocked away. Every little thing Gamerdog is trying to play patient, trying to wait and see, but there is no room left for error here for Gamerdog, chipped away at, and he's just playing patient, waiting for another opening, just saying, hey, if you're gonna run around, throw out all these projectiles, I know my distances, but oh no, this could be a combo, and now Gamerdog is in the red.
This is scary, but what a way to end that game. So you might have missed that, but instant replay right here. What happened there was, for whatever reason, Blitz Luigi did an up smash in the center of stage. So Gamerdog ran to the center of stage and did an up smash. Why? I don't know. But at the end of the day, that's just how it goes. That's just, wow. Blitz Luigi, what a performance against Gamerdog, the person who swept through the entire Fisher Northeast team last time. And here they are. It's incredible, Soy. Just incredible.
Blitz Luigi, a player that we talked about it before. Like Fisher, of all the players that we've talked about on this squad, the Fisher East squad has a lot of talent. And Fisher Northeast made the finals last time as well. So we know that this program just has so much experience, and the way they develop their talent too. They are one of the most adaptive teams in the league. That really gives them an edge. And it shows in every single one of their players. Because we talk about how Sonics can pop off, how DM has had big runs, how Tony Pajamas has 9 stock teams in the past. But these are the subtle moments that turn Fisher from an A tier to an S tier. The ability to see that, okay, we dropped a set, it was close, and now all of a sudden we're going to take the player who has taken the least stocks in this series and pin them up against your best player, and now all of a sudden the best player on Wichita has 1 stock left. That is an incredible feat from Blitz Luigi in a very pivotal moment here in week 4. It will be very difficult to go back and see in the history books how this panned out, but remember this as the season goes on. And that's why this team has just so much depth and strength to it. And now Wichita State, we know the final member of Fisher College. It's Tony Pajamas stepping into the ring on this nest. 3-4 the stock count. Can Tony Pajamas bring this back to even?
I mean, if there's anyone who has a ghost of a chance of doing that, it's Tony Pajamas. And I feel like Gamerdog with 2 stocks could have been the end of Fisher Northeast right here. But Gamerdog with 1 stock. I mean, it really all depends on who gets this first strong hit, and that looks like it. But no, Air just threw the second forward air as well. Not safe on hit.
Remember, these two really only played once. Towards the end of that second set, it was 1 stock and 1 50-50, 1 air dodge read was all Gamerdog needed to close it out at the end of the day. Doesn't get the tech there. Nair will trade, and now it is Gamerdog behind in percent. Tony Pajamas rockets away. He gets grabbed instead, forward thrown. Laser won't do the trick, won't be able to follow up at the back of it. Gyro now out here, 75%. Ducking underneath it was Tony Pajamas. He gets naired, and that's where air dodge will be successful. Another trade here. The nair clinking and clashing with everything Tony Pajamas wants to follow up with. And we talked about it. Every stock means so much. Gamerdog, if he's able to take one, sets up Linny pretty nicely, but can he take it? Gets clipped by the fire at the last moment, and Absorb there will be able to inhale, 25%-ish? Gets a grab, another down throw, does not get the up tilt this time.
Oh, slow mash. Good stuff right there from Tony. Excellent defense as always. Knowing that Gamerdog wants it kill and wants it fast, up tilt not going to work out. Gamerdog going high, not giving Tony any opportunity to harass. But again, a falling forward air is all Tony needs. Pressure at the ledge right here. Not gonna fall into throwing out that smash because you know the up air will be close to follow right there. If Gamerdog gets one down tilt, can't convert the up smash though. Dash attack, not gonna do it.
Oh, and he just got around PK Flash as well, and that side B will connect as well, but it won't be able to take the stock quite yet. 113 to 175. You can feel the bit of panic, and that side B will catch the landing that time around. One stock off of Tony Pajamas here. Now can he find anything more? Got one hit, a nair instead. Gamerdog surviving, and we talked about it before. You mentioned touch of death character. If they find the opening, another absorb back to 0. Gyro is out and in play. Can he get it in his hands though? He wanted it at the last moment, but the back air catches him instead, and Tony Pajamas takes down Gamerdog.
What a way to put a cap on that right there. The fact that now Tony has a major chip in his shoulder, a major crack in that armor, 2 stocks against 3 stocks to close this out. And can I say, in that last stock, my heart dropped in my chest when I saw Tony absorb that laser. Not for Tony, but for Gamerdog, because when you're against a character who is touch of death, when you're against a character who can 0 to death you don't want to be at 0. And seeing Tony absorb that and putting him back at 0, I'm like, no, you're back in the range where he's gonna kill you. I know Rob can do custom combos at any percent, but I do wonder if the merits of that absorb are always there, but in the end, it was the correct decision. Tony was able to utilize the fact that moves just aren't safe on hit to continually get counter hits because Tony is at a lower percent. Good aerial defense right there, knowing exactly when you can get those counter hits, and now Tony has 2 stocks to do that against Linny.
I thought the game was going to end when Gamerdog missed the up smash at center stage. I believe Tony Pajamas got a shield on it, and I believe it was forward tilt that nearly killed from center stage at, 160-ish? I thought it was over. We saw the red sparks, and somehow Gamerdog was able to bring it back, get a stock off the board, and that means so much. It gives Linny the edge here. And Linny, we talked about it before, he's one of the most experienced players on Wichita State. He's had numerous big performances for this squad in his collegiate career, but this is arguably his toughest. Tony Pajamas, again, having heated up as the day has gone on. He's already got 1 stock off the board, but now he's played a couple sets. Now his hands are warm, and you've got 1 chance to take him down with all 3 stocks. And the winner of this next bout gets the victory for the week. It would mean so much for either school. It's been a back and forth affair. Tony Pajamas versus Linny, they really haven't played all that much today. Tony Pajamas did, I believe, end up taking all 3 stocks off of Linny in the second crew battle, dropping 1 in the process, if I remember my math correctly.
It was a really weird game in the fact that, I mean, Linny kept it close for that entire first stock when they were fighting, scrapping. And then Tony got the first stock from Linny. And Tony dropped 1 in the process, but got the first stock. And then that second stock was gone. And then that third stock, Linny made it close, brought it even. But at the end of the day, Tony ran away with that too. So you cannot let that happen this time. You gotta stay strong. You gotta stay resilient. You gotta know when to switch things up against Tony, as Tony goes into this last stock, as this will be the final game of the night. No more overtime, no more nothing. We are at literally the brink, and we'll see who ends up standing atop it.
Looking at the stage selection now, just curious because of the way the stages have panned out. I mentioned it before. Fisher, very cut and dry. It's typically your classics, PS2, so on and so forth. Smashville, the pick here, a stage we have not really seen throughout the day. Linny versus Tony Pajamas to round things out here in week 4 of the Super Elite Series here at ECAC. 1 stock differential. Tony Pajamas with 2, Linny with 3, and the battle is underway.
PK Fire right out the gate. Linny forced off stage. High recovery right there. Covers their landing with the down air. Good stuff, but narrow shield will put Tony back in advantage.
Leaf shield will chip away at that stock. Not do too much here. Linny, again, was able to kind of go back and forth with Tony Pajamas, but in terms of the combo game, really wasn't able to string more than 1 or 2 hits together in that previous matchup against Tony Pajamas, whereas, like you mentioned, Tony Pajamas got their openings and was able to get so much. Maybe a chance here to really follow up off of that read with the forward smash to even out this percent, and they've knocked Tony Pajamas off stage once more. Another up B, they'll be able to fall back, but the reversal of the back air will mean no punish comes through. Their back air from Tony Pajamas, and the neutral air turnaround as well will do the trick to knock them off stage. Holding the shield on that up smash, it was dangerous, but it does do a lot of damage, and the up tilt not able to take the stock quite yet. This opener, very, very even, and I like the way this is trending for Wichita State, but that absorb certainly helps.
Yeah, Tony loves to get that right there. Doesn't catch the nair on the recovery, but the drag down will afford a grab. Linny is trying to get it, but that forward tilt, I mean, that is one of the craziest kill moves that does not look like a kill move. As off stage, once again, the tail interrupts the recovery, but that uppercut right there to finish off the stock. Tony on one more.
Linny has taken Fisher Northeast to their last stock. He's got 2 remaining. Can Tony Pajamas pull off the comeback here and keep Fisher Northeast's perfect record alive in the spring split? Leaf shield chipping away. Back air caught as well. Not sure if he has a jump remaining. He'll rocket inside. He'll get grabbed and back thrown once again. Again, caught by these up airs, eating so much damage in the process. Tony Pajamas needs one opening. He finds a good hit of back air, and he tried to follow through with the up air, but it clanked with something there from Linny. Now a grab. Won't be able to get the back throw off the mash out. Maybe let him get out instead. Damage being racked up. Linny recovering low here, and he cannot really challenge. Now a grab, back throw, and it's 1 stock apiece.
And we've seen how Tony. Oh! What? And that's it! Wichita with that amazing play! Linny, the solid into the uppercut, so simple, so brutal, will end up taking down Fisher Northeast, getting their win, getting the run back, and putting themselves at a 2-1 victory against one of the titans of the ECAC.
Revenge is sweet for the Shockers. Wichita in set number 3 take down Fisher Northeast, and it was close. Both of their wins by 1 final stock, but a win is a win, and Wichita now via tiebreaker of head-to-head are ahead of Fisher Northeast in the standings, dealing Fisher Northeast their first loss of the spring split. What a back and forth affair this was, and I was thinking in the back of my mind, there were many a time where Wichita felt very panicky. They felt very scrambly of, hey, we have a chance to take down a Titan. You know, Trajan was forward tilting at ledge while they were escaping, you know, using an up B away. Linny felt like he was reaching a couple times for up smashes. Gamer Dog had these moments where it felt a little panicky, but they eventually calmed themselves and were able to find the clean conversions, and Fisher Northeast takes their first loss in the spring series.
Unbelievable stuff right there. A storyline for every single player, and we're going to get to hear just a little bit more about that as we're going to get an interview after just a quick break. So don't go anywhere. This is an interview you want to see. So tune back in just a little bit when ECAC will be back with an interview with Wichita. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the ECAC. We are here with Lenny from Wichita State after a spicy win against the side of Fisher Northeast. Right off that, Lenny, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Voice is a little shot from that, as you can imagine, but we're feeling pretty good.
Ours too, Lenny. Ours too. And I gotta ask, you push that button forward, you throw the saw blade, you get that up tilt. Like, what was it like just feeling that connect right there?
I could not put that into words. Just the one, like, not playing great the first part of the match, and then the one time that everything just finally lined up to it. I can't put that into words, but we didn't waste the chance that we were given on bringing it back game 3. That's what I'm most happy about, was I didn't waste the opportunity.
You guys this year have had a lot of close matches. I mean, every single one of them really coming down to, aside from maybe 1 or 2 games, coming down to the last player. But did this one mean a little bit more to you guys because of the storyline of it being a rematch of the semifinals from the fall split?
Absolutely. We always have a little bit extra motivation to beat the teams that beat us previously. Just try to get the run back on stuff. And usually, like from the past and other leagues, we always deliver on a run back. So it felt really good to get another opportunity at it.
Yeah, and we were talking about this before the set. I think Soy was bringing it up, but this is a unprecedented win. Not only were you the only team to take a game from Fisher Northeast in the regular season last time, but you are now the only one to take a set from Fisher Northeast. So what do you feel like that says about Wichita stocks going forward?
I mean, it should say exactly what it does. We're up there in the contenders. We're one of the best out there. Like, nobody can really sleep on our team. Like, we're here to fight and we're here to play.
Mm-hmm.
So for you guys, can you tell us, I guess, about the program at Wichita State? Because for SSBU specifically, I know you've been around for a while, but it's gone through a lot of changes. I mean, I remember way back there were, it was the days of really the captain being N-City, and Geonosis was a part of the depth of the roster. But now, how do you feel about this roster iteration of this lineup of 3?
Yeah, I've been here since the start of the program, and I took over the captain duties from those that have left. And yeah, the program's changed drastically every single year. We've had better strengths, better and worse weaknesses some years. It's drastically changing, but right now I think we're in a position that all of our players can definitely hold their own weight. They all have their unique play styles that contribute to the team as a whole. And I think this is honestly one of the strongest that we've had in any semester.
Well, that is very exciting to look forward to, mostly because that means the balance of power is very much shaken up. I can't wait to see it, but I think with that, we're going to wrap up. Is there anyone you want to shout out? Anyone in particular?
The only one that I ever do shout out is going to be my coach, Justice. Been with me from the start. He's last second recruited me, and we've been through all the garbage first seasons that we had and been through thick and thin. Is the only one that's been there with me from the beginning.
Well, that's amazing to hear. Obviously, all that hard work since the beginning has paid off. Amazing win tonight. Congratulations. We're going to be talking about this one for a while. For now, I'll let you go. Thank you so much for your time, Lenny.
Thank you.
And with that, we're going to be closing out. That's all the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for tonight. But tomorrow, there's even more stuff going on. We've got we've got ECAC Valorant first at 8 p.m. EST, and then the Mountain West Overwatch at 7 p.m. PST. 2 different games, 2 different regions, and 2 different amazing matches to tune into. So be sure to return to Esports U tomorrow night. But for now, I've been Keel Miles. This has been Soy. Hope you all have a wonderful night.